Sway Health.
Hi, welcome. My name is Brittany Quemby, and I am the Vice President of Marketing for Sway Health. And today I am joined here with John Lynn, founder of Healthcare IT Today. John, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm excited to have you here today because a lot of people know you for the Sway Health side of the business, but not a lot of people know about our Healthcare IT Today side of the business or know you for that side. So, I'm excited to learn a little bit more about that today. And for those who don't know, Sway Health was actually inspired by some of the sponsors of Healthcare IT Today, who really wanted a place to gather with like-minded marketers. So, Healthcare IT Today has been a proud sponsor of Sway since basically the beginning. And you're here to tell us a little bit more about Healthcare IT Today and what it can do for our attendees of the upcoming Sway Health Live conference in San Diego and for our listeners. So, you ready?
Yep, absolutely.
So, tell us a little bit about what Healthcare IT Today does for its clients and the problems that it solves.
Yeah, I loved the intro because you're right. So many people, when they introduce me as Sway and don't realize that on Healthcare IT Today, we've published, 18,000 articles, over 1,000 podcasts, video and audio. We have 200,000 followers across social media, email, etc. So it's interesting, that I'm an IT guy by background, but now, obviously do a lot in the healthcare marketing space. But, when it comes to Healthcare IT Today, I think the biggest problem we solve is something we learned from Sway Health, which is that there's no single buyer in healthcare. There's 10 people that are all on a committee, and any one of them could screw your deal, right? Could ruin your deal if they just say, you know what, it's not secure, if the CISO says that, right? Or if the CIO is like, I've never heard of this company. Who are they? Are they even in healthcare? And then they don't want to support it, and then your deal is ruined. So you could have the best champion in the world, but if those other 10 people don't know your company, don't know that you're doing good work in healthcare, then you might be in trouble. And so I think that's what we do best at Healthcare IT Today with our video interviews. We have packages that include video, SEO, podcasting, social, email, etc., that are a nice integrated marketing package for people. Another lesson learned from Sway Health, that we can use to leverage for a company that wants to be able to influence the widest group of people possible. So all 10 people who are part of the purchasing decision and part of that buying process will get to know your company. And whether that's featuring an executive on Healthcare IT Today, featuring your customers, a lot of people use us for that. They're like, hey, we want to get our customer story out there. But if we ask for a testimonial, they're like, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. I can't endorse you. But if you say, hey, will you do a video interview with Healthcare IT Today? They say yes. So, executives, customers, partners, if you have a partner you want to feature and kind of get your name out there, then Healthcare IT Today is a great place to feature those stories and the stories of success and impact that you have as a healthcare IT organization, as you try to market your product to the CIO largely, or anyone that reports to the CIO at a hospital or health system. So that's probably the biggest thing that we're known for, is kind of that, content marketing, influential marketing to the CIO and provider organizations. But we also do other things. We have email marketing campaigns, display ads, etc., that are good for more lead generation focused campaigns. And we also will create content for them. Another thing that people love to invite us out to their customer events, whether it's a user conference or even a customer advisory board. Again, often they want to capture the stories of their customers. So they invite us out there to do videos with their customers that they can then leverage themselves and also reach the Healthcare IT Today audience.
Yeah, that's great. And, all kind of encompassing, like you said, packages that we can, offer the clients and help solve those problems. You talked a little bit about services and kind of, the gamut of services that Healthcare IT Today does. But maybe you can just kind of hone in on, some of the most successful services that have helped our clients, in Healthcare IT Today.
Yeah. So, I mean, our most popular is popular for a reason. It's our 3-in-1 interview package. And it's popular because, it takes the Sway Health core ethos of like, hey, you need an integrated marketing package. You should reuse content across multiple platforms. All of these things that we've heard over the years at the conference is incorporated into the 3-in-1 interview, where it's one video interview with, again, it could be customer, executive, partner, that's on the video, and then it's shared as a video. It's shared as a podcast, goes out in our email newsletter, goes out on social media. We chop it up into short clips, which we then share on social media. We leverage all of that content and give it to the client so they can use it in their marketing efforts and their sales efforts as well. And then of course, it has a long tail to it because all of content, is being shared for the next 3 to 6 months. So I think that's probably the most powerful one. Some of our other popular options is our newsletter feature. We do a daily newsletter. I think we publish somewhere around 20 plus articles a week, that we share, in our daily newsletter. So sponsoring that and featuring like a white paper or other resource, a webinar, something like that, is a very popular option that we have. We also have the newsletter takeover. If you're looking for more of like a brand effort where you're like, hey, we want our brand out there and known, but we don't necessarily have a resource that, we want to use as a lead magnet. So the newsletter takeover is great for getting your name out there and getting your name in front of the key decision makers without necessarily driving the lead, the way a newsletter feature would. Yeah, surprisingly, display ads still work well. You would think it was like the display ads dead, but I think the difference is on Healthcare IT Today, people see display ad as another piece of content. And that's what we encourage our advertisers to do is don't advertise your company, provide a piece of content so it feels like another piece of content that they're reading on the site. And when they do that, they're quite successful. It gets their name out there. And also you can combine those together. A lot of people combine like a sponsored article, a newsletter feature, and then the display ad into a nice lead generation campaign. And those are all very synergistic across each other.
It's great. And like you said, something for everybody that's going to help move that needle. So, John, our upcoming event is literally around the corner, and Healthcare IT Today is going to be there supporting the Sway Health Live event. How can attendees find you or other Healthcare IT Today members at the event?
It's funny because I think it's probably true that they will not want to see me anymore because they're going to see me so much on stage and coordinating and organizing and moderating panels. So I'll be easy to find. I'd say the bigger thing is don't be afraid to come up and say hi. And, whether it's me, whether it's Colin, whether it's Brittany, we're very accessible. Sure, we're busy with the conference, but we want to connect with you. So, find us at a meal, find us at the evening social, come to our own conference. If you see us in the hallway, stop us and say hi and introduce yourself. Definitely we love to connect and, anyway, I think that's the bigger thing. I'm easy to find, but don't be shy. Introduce yourself and always happy to have a conversation and hear what you're working on.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you for being here for today and, helping us learn a little bit more about Healthcare IT Today and for the continued support, obviously, of Sway Health. And I'm excited to see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to be with the community.